Hi, my name is Ryan Krippendorf, and this is my extremely low budget video on how to play Vampire Hunter, the card game, coming to Kickstarter in the next few days. The first thing you need to do when playing Vampire Hunter is choose a hunter that you want to be. There are 6 hunters that come in the core set: Sarah Winters, Robert Scher, Father Kent, Bruce Chan, Alicia Weathers, and Dr. Raymond Daniels. For this demo, we're going to use Robert Scher and Sarah Winters. Second, we need to set up our city. In your first game, we recommend that you use, for your 6 cards in your starting city, that you use Garlic, Bat, Fledgling Vampire, Backpack, Wood Stake, and Bandage. And then set the rest of the cards, shuffle them up, and put them where every player can reach them. These cards represent your replenish for the city. Every time a card is taken from the city, removed from the city, at the end of your turn, you're going to replenish every empty spot of the 6. The last thing you need to do for setup is have a pile of blood tokens and fang tokens. These are our blood tokens. They track damage on vampires and damage on our vampire hunters. There's 2 denominations, 1 and 5. And then there's fang tokens. These are fang tokens. And there's 2 denominations of fang tokens, 1 and 5. And these are what you use to count your points as you kill these blood-sucking abominations. On your hunter card, you have a couple of things you need to be aware of. One, up here in the top, there's a right hand and a left hand. That is where you can hold items. You can hold an item or a weapon in each hand. You also have a bag. Your bag can hold 1 item. The bag can expand as the game goes on, and you pick up different items like a backpack and a big backpack, and you can expand that capacity to 2 or 3. Your hunter also has an ability in a pink box. Our 2 hunters that we have here today, Sarah has the ability that when attacking with a stake, you deal +1 damage. Robert Scher has the ability that he has 12 health instead of 10. There's 2 ways to win Vampire Hunter. The first way is to kill enough blood-sucking abominations that you acquire 10 or 15 fang tokens. The other way you can win is to be the last hunter left when all of your comrades fall, killing these blood-sucking beasts. So let's get to the player turn. On a player's turn, you can do one of the following things, but you must do one. There is no passing in Vampire Hunter. You can take an item or a weapon from the city. So Backpack, Wood Stake, Garlic, and Bandage are all item cards. They do different things. Wood Stake and Garlic are weapons, and the way you know that they're a weapon is they have this in the text on the card. It says attack. Wood Stake says attack, this weapon deals 2 damage, 1-time use. Garlic says attack, this weapon deals 2 damage, you receive 1 less damage when attacking with Garlic. 1-time use. If it says 1-time use on the bottom, it goes to the discard pile when you're done. So let's say we were gonna use our Wood Stake to kill a vampire, and we kill a vampire, it would just go over there and it would be gone. When you acquire an item or a weapon from the city, like Sarah's gonna do right now, you take the item and you can put it in your left hand, your right hand, or in a bag or backpack if you have the space. Sarah is handy with stakes, so she's gonna put that in her right hand. It'd be the end of Sarah's turn, so we're going to check her fang total. She has nothing. And then we're going to refill any empty spots in the city. So we have an empty spot in the city. Ooh, we're going to drop in a House Wolf Vampire. House Wolf Vampires have a card text that says, you receive damage from this vampire before you deal it damage. So she has a blood value of 2, and that's her health. That's how much damage you have to do to her to collect her fang tokens. Fang value is how many tokens you get for killing her. It's also a direct correlation to how much damage this vampire will deal to you when you attack it. So if we were to attack this House Wolf Vampire, we would receive 4 damage. Robert Scher is going to go. He's going to gear up a little bit. He's going to grab this backpack. He's going to put the backpack down here on his bag, and he can now have 2 items or weapons in his bag instead of 1. We're going to take, at the end of his turn, we're going to check his Fang total. Doesn't have it. Doesn't have any damage. So we're going to flip and fill the city, and we have another bat. It's Sarah Winter's turn. Sarah's going to attack a vampire. She's going to use this wood stake. She's going to attack this house wolf vampire. We know that this vampire will deal damage to Sarah. So before Sarah deals damage to it. So I'm going to take 4 blood tokens, and I'm going to put them on Sarah. And then I'm going to check and take 2 blood tokens and put them on the clan wolf vampire. Then I'm going to check and see, because that'll be her action. We're going to check and see if she has defeated this vampire, and she has. The blood tokens equal her blood value. So Sarah's going to collect 4 fangs. I'm going to take 4 fang tokens from out of here. Just put them over here for now. And then I'm going to take these 2 blood tokens, return them to the pile, and I'm going to put both of those cards in the discard pile because our stake was a one-time use item. Then I'm going to check. Her Fang total doesn't equal 15. She doesn't have 10 damage. The game's going to continue. We're going to fill the city. There's another wood stake. It's Robert Scher's turn. Robert Scher is going to punch this bat. Every hunter can punch for 1 damage regardless if they have a weapon or not. They can punch a vampire, they can punch a non-vampire monster, but it's always 1 damage and they still take the full fang value from the monster. So Robert's going to punch this bat. This bat's going to deal 1 damage to Robert. It's going to be the end of Robert's turn. We're going to check the blood tokens equal the blood value of the bat. We're going to kill the bat, put it in the discard pile. Robert Scher is going to collect 1 fang because the bat was worth 1 fang. And then we're going to replenish our city. It says vampire minions. Vampire minions have 3 health. They're worth 2 fang, and they deal 2 damage. And stakes deal +1 damage to these vampires. So, it's Sarah's turn. And Sarah, looking like she needs to heal, she's going to grab these bandages, and she's going to put them in her backpack, or in her bag. And she doesn't have 10 damage. She doesn't have 15 fang. We're going to replenish the city with a holy cross. And then it's going to be Robert Scher's turn. Robert Scher is going to punch this vampire minion. So he's going to deal 1 damage to it. We put 1 damage on our vampire minion. We're going to take 2 damage tokens. We're going to give them to Robert Scher. And then we're going to check. The blood tokens don't equal the health value of the vampire minions. So they're going to stay in play. He doesn't have 15 fang tokens. He doesn't have 10 damage tokens. So he's not eliminated. And play's going to pass to Sarah. And it's going to be Sarah's turn. Sarah's going to use this bandage. And the bandage says you may heal 3 damage 1-time use. Using an item is the last action I haven't demonstrated yet. I'm going to use that item and take these 3 off. And we're going to toss them over there. Robert's turn again. Robert's going to punch this bat. We're going to put the blood token on the bat. Robert's going to take a blood token. And we're going to check values at the end of the turn. Doesn't equal, equals. So we're going to eliminate this guy. We're going to collect a fang token because we scored a point. And then we're going to replenish our city. Holy water. Attack. This weapon deals 2 damage. You do not receive damage when attacking with holy water. 1-time use. Sarah's gonna gear up here, and she's gonna grab this wood stake so she can start using her ability a little bit better. And then doesn't have 15, doesn't equal 10. Replenish the city. It says Melissa Kelly. Melissa Kelly's text says immune to stakes. When a vampire says immune, that means that you cannot use that item or weapon against that vampire. So that's the last thing I think we really need to go, and play would continue until one of our players either had accumulated 10 blood tokens or 15 fang. and the other player would then be the winner if the player was eliminated, or be the winner if they killed 15 points worth of abominations. And in a nutshell, that is how you play Vampire Hunter the card game. So, we look forward to seeing you on Kickstarter, and hopefully you support this game. We're hoping to launch this Friday if Kickstarter approves our funding. And until then, keep your stakes sharp and kill some blood-sucking abominations.